The voters of any country, just like a woman, they fall for their leader based on the promise way it can give to them. Inside Sierra Leone, 2018, 51.8% of the population been fall for retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio.
I hereby certify that Bio Julius Maada, having polled 1,319,406, 1,319,406 of the valid votes cast in the 31st March 2018 presidential election runoff has been duly elected President of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
This na because it promise them say it go able for take care of them belle, where them be they call bread and butter.
What is now abundantly clear is that the 10 years of APC misrule and economic mismanagement has definitely created considerable suffering for the people of this country. From Kamakwie to Pujehu, from Kono to Freetown, and everywhere, people are suffering under the weight of corruption and the mismanagement of the All People's Congress. I have seen it at first hand, from Falaba to Kenima and from Kailan to Putloko. The people want change. The people are tired of the suffering of paying for a bag of rice at 200,000 from only 60,000 in 2007. The people want democratic change to end their suffering.
But 100 days where a name change from opposition leader to the president of Sierra Leone, Mohamed Kamarimba Mansare, they remind President Biose, the people then, they anxiously wait for the change where it been promised them.
The people are impatient and they want deliverables. They want to see tangible things. And I know he's a listening president, opposition, because as a president, I don't know. But honestly, President Maada Bio then listens. I remember when we had a discussion, he followed through the media, he followed through events, what's going on. But maybe because he's a president now, he listens to bad advices, but he's completely failed.
But just after this reminder, the chief minister now, whereby then have been the finance minister, been tell we say that change where they been promised for bread and butter not go possible easily.
Sierra Leoneans go to bed, not go to bed hungry. I mean, it's going to be difficult. It's not an easy situation, even after my time. Even 3-4 finance ministers coming after me, no, they don't meet up the bread and butter. It's going to be with us for some time to come. Poverty has been with us for some time. Poverty is still here. Poverty will continue.
So
we determine as a government, as I be say, to reduce the poverty.
So you don't have to say the realities and different from waiting person they see.
Of course, I'm always conscious of that. And I never said they can't eliminate poverty. I said they reduce poverty.
All right. So misinterpretation I just note and down bread and butter will be the top campaign term. What do you mean when you say bread and butter? Because from what you don't tell me this morning that when you increase teachers' salary, give more work to people, then a bread and butter you don't put for them. But from the ordinary man, your definition of bread and butter are different. So in that you campaign, what do you mean by bread and butter? We make like you give more work to people. The citizens not think say bread and butter they not anything.
The livelihood, when man not get something for it, you not get bread and butter. No matter how much of economics they don't understand. No, really it's pathetic. It's understandable. But when the day it happen for that man today, be able to get small tea where they eat. That is not the happiest man, the bread and butter don't they? But what we are really as a government you care about, you want people to get predictable source of livelihood. You want people to determine, your next meal should not be by chance. You don't even know when next you get me.
But it not been tapped though. This government be make we believe say the last government thief everything and they not left nothing inside the country in account. Then be same way so say the last government left the people pass serious sufferness as the inflation been really high in the country. But almost not the inflation where the last government they left the country into.
But I can tell him on TV, okay, that the Ministry of Finance and the Minister Jacob Lusafa has done extremely well. I can give you figures, and that's what I've been doing. That we met inflation at 15.7%.
We meet inflation hovering around 18, 17, 17, 18. We can, if it were not for this international economic crisis, up to 9%. Single digit inflation.
Well, and not too clear of waiting na the percentage where the inflation been there, the time where this government take over. But as you hear, them both say they bring and come down to 1 digit when at 9%. The inflation don't come out from 9% as the government been say, and now they over 24%. This means say thing really tranga na the country for people. Before Julius Maada Bio take over the seat as president, he been talk about price control and point finger by the last government say then punish the people as they meet the rest 60,000 and they left on 200,000.
The people are tired of the suffering of paying for a bag of rice at 200,000 from only 60,000 in 2007. The people want democratic change to end their suffering.
But as we dey talk so, the rest na 500,000 for bag.
Where the salary is not increased, it still stop where it is. As from April last year, up to now we have stopped. We have no increase. Even when you are in classroom, then the child come and say, I'm hungry, your child. That will traumatize you, you will not be able to teach. You will go out, and when you come in the morning, even you as a matured person, without food, you cannot do anything. And you leave your children to go to school without food. That's all you will think about it. So you will not go into the class and teach well.
For them we get chops of baby. That 9 men picking the way I get. With them beyond the way now 5. Now the rest of the it's 15 cups. Now we don't reduct time to 9 cups.
Na ya come on go. Time na ga agba mo ife hi ga no ka me rota gi amota mo go. Ana na ha mo be mo go so ku go ga ku wo han kin ga fe no ga we.
But I think we get a mentality say government get all that in there, and for Brian kind of host to it, he put on a plate give. Some people then that mentality they we get. We get this leader, we can no more. We sit down here, Chinese man, they plant, then rest, then put on a ship, then clean and fine. We reach now, we say no, we are not for selling, so now so we want them. Salomon, we want them easy. And all country we don't reach that side, we say with the benefit, then the benefit today, they all don't work hard.
This is a very big challenge for the people of the country. But the Minister of Information and Communication say they will actually work on price control.
The government says it's working to stabilize prices.
Government has set up an Essential Goods and Services Committee headed by the Chief Minister, whose basic responsibility is to monitor availability and the prices of various essential commodities that constitute the food basket.
Italic say, waiting the Minister of Information and Communication say, nothing where the President no agree to. As he talk say, the country get what we call free economy. So it's not easy for the government will put price where the people have for go buy.
They say price control. We live in a liberal economy. We run a liberal economy. We don't control price.
Not to just food. Another thing where the people be the complain about, now the kind way how the president they fly plenty. And this nothing where it be point finger by the last government pan. As he say, then they spend a lot of money on foreign travel.
There is excessive expenditure on foreign travels.
There is also a lot of use of foreign exchange on contracts within the country. These are things that we have to stop.
But now, plenty people don't say, he don't travel past plenty other presidents them where he even meet na power. But the president may get this for say.
Sierra Leoneans will talk about travel as if it is a pleasure. It is not. But it is part of the duties of the head of state. Who say you can't be the president? If you're not present there, nobody knows about you. Nobody gets to hear your story. African leaders are notoriously known for not delivering on their promises. Maybe not just Africa, even politicians generally around the world.
Well, all of that issue here, now he give back to waiting and call people's power in politics.
This protest not to love salute. This protest na PPP, na the people them. Na them decide. Na them say, think triangle, think the monarch. You understand? Na them say the country the way they tough and rough for them. No democracy, no freedom of speech. You understand? And when the ministers and they go na radio, their supporters in the camera, social media, and they directly send everything to me saying, now me, they talk people and listen. They don't still believe in a God and blessing. You understand? Mm-hmm. So if you don't send on me, okay, not me, I will take the responsibility because that did God say for any born leader not afraid the responsibility. I'm not afraid the responsibility like the young president where they get to the afraid the responsibility. Everything will come, it will shift them out, it will push them out to opposition, it will push them out to president, it will push them out to so many things there. When I in your responsibility, if I ain't free the responsibility, when I in the the commander-in-chief, if you not the shift responsibility today to me, I take her. Because today I don't stand for fight for the common man. I don't stand for fight for the people of Sierra Leone. You understand? Yeah. So me, I not afraid the responsibility because me a leader.
As August 10, 2022, big protests been there inside Freetown and other parts of the country where make plenty people lost their lives. The president be returned at the country and come talk tough to the people. This make the person where they point finger pan been say because of the government not treat them with any seriousness, then get plan for come out back. But this time, they know they talk the date when they come out. Well, the president, they reply again. He say the people really get right for come out and protest.
We know they against protest, which is part of the freedoms that we would enjoy in a democracy.
This time, Adebayo, where plenty people, the point finger pan, take full responsibility of the last protest and take full responsibility of any other protest we will get for happen. But if this gets for happen, waiting will get for be the next moves of the government and the people of Sierra Leone. This now we are on YouTube and Facebook.